Greetings, everyone. Welcome to this pre-recorded orientation of the OGT at home arrangement. So, as your OGT coordinator or as the OGT coordinator of our department, so I am tasked to inform you or orient you on what you are going to do or the task that you are going to accomplish in this OGT at home arrangement. So these are the contents on this pre-recorded orientation. First is the OGT at home. So we will talk about here the tasks that you're going to do in this OGT at home arrangement. Then second is the number of hours that you're going to render in order for you to complete this OGT. And also the schedule on when to conduct your OGT at home or your OGT in your home. Third is the accomplishment report and the grading sheet. And last is the budget for speaker. So we'll know later on why do we need a budget for speaker. First, we will talk about the OGT at home. So in this OGT at home, there are two tasks that you are going to do. Either of these two, you cannot work on these two tasks simultaneously. So either we are going or you are going to attend a webinars, either live, a series of webinars, either live or pre-recorded. So it depends on the speaker if the speaker wants the webinar as a live webinar. Then second is thesis update. So you can work either attending a webinar or you can work on your thesis update. So the details for this webinar is we have 5 series of webinars with 5 different topics, and we have also 5 different speakers. One is from the industry, and 4 is from the faculty of the BSCS department. Then in every webinar, you will need to submit or you will need to comply this evaluation quiz and this activity or workshop. So when in this evaluation quiz is given after after you attend the webinar or a specific webinar. So all of the question in this evaluation quiz is related to the topic being discussed or being introduced to you on the speaker or in that particular webinar. So this evaluation quiz, if you passed on this evaluation quiz, you can receive a certificate of participation. But if you fail in this evaluation quiz, you will not receive the said certificate. So make sure in order for you to receive a certificate, you need to attentively listen to the speaker on that specific webinar. Then this evaluation quiz is valid only within that day ng webinar is being scheduled. For instance, there is a scheduled webinar on Monday. The evaluation quiz is open for the whole day of Monday. Then the next day, the evaluation quiz will no longer accepting responses. So make sure after sa webinars, you will comply or you will answer this evaluation quiz for you to receive a certificate of participation. In this activity or workshop, so in every webinars, there is also an activity or workshop that you are going to do that is good for 1 week. So this activity or workshop is related also to the particular topic on those on the webinar. So unsa ang discuss about sa o unsa ang discuss nga topic on that particular webinar, so related ra sad ang inyong activity or workshop. So it is good for 1 week. So after sa webinar, for example, the webinar is being given to you on Monday. So the webinar is good for, or the activity or workshop is, or you will work for the activity or workshop within that week. So from Monday, after the webinar is done, you will answer the evaluation quiz. Then the whole week you will tasked to do the workshop. So from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on, you need to comply or you need to work on the given activity or workshop because it is good only for 1 week. It will be collected at the end of that week, finish or unfinished man ang inyong output for that specific workshop. Then, the following week, another webinars will be given to you with another specific set of or another particular topic. Then, another evaluation quiz, then another workshop also will be given, which is good only for 1 week. Then, if there is no webinar being given to you in the following week, you will need to work on your thesis. So I will be collecting the recent update or the latest update of your thesis, either both of the system and documents, if naana mo yung system nga nagama sa inyong thesis. If wala pa, then it's okay. I will just be collecting the documents. Then I will let Ma'am Alma to verify if the thesis that you have submitted is the latest update of your thesis. Then, if we have no assigned or we have no scheduled webinars for that week, or wala may trabaho nga workshop for that week, you will be working on your thesis. Then, after that, at the end of your OGT, I will be collecting the update of your thesis. I will not be collecting your thesis update at the end of every week because it is your thesis up. You can only work on your thesis when there is no webinar being scheduled for that week or for that day. So, aron dili siya less hassle siya, your thesis will be collected at the end of your kanang tawag o at the end of your OGT. So that's it for this OGT at home arrangement. Then next is the number of hours or the number of hours and the schedule. So the number of hours you are going to render in order for you to complete this OGT at home is 320 hours. Then in the schedule, you are advised to conduct the OGT in your home from Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. to complete the 8 hours per day nga for per day to complete the 8 hours per day. So you can use or you can also start working or start conducting your OGT at home depending on what time or asa mo mas pabor nga time. For example, 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So it's up to you ug asa ang mas pabor ninyo because it is a flexible schedule. So magdepende na sa inyong pabor nga oras. Then as long as you can complete the 8-hour per day nga duty or pagtrabaho ninyo sa inyong either sa workshop or sa inyong thesis. Then optional, You can also conduct your OGT at home during Saturdays and Sundays. It is only optional. It is not required. Pero if you're going to conduct your OGT at home during Saturdays and Sundays, so it is also welcome so that naamoy taas-taas nga oras nga mahuman every week. So make sure nga at the end sa inyong OGT at home, you will complete the 320 hours na requirements for this OGT. So by the way, your OGT will end at the end of the month of August. So on August 31 will be the last day of your OGT at home. So as per advice by our Dean of the College of Technology and Allied Sciences. So that's it for this number of hours and schedule. So you take note. Then accomplishment report and grading sheet. So this accomplishment report and grading sheet is to be purchased at the IGE here in Baiso. The accomplishment report is having a price of 100 pesos and the grading sheet is only 10 pesos. So when you talk about accomplishment report, so you will use this accomplishment report to write down everything or unsa ang inyong gitrabaho in that day. So this is a per day nga accomplishment report. So you will write down all of your accomplishments or your experiences nga or unsa inyong gitrabaho within that day. Then the following day na pod, then this grading sheet, after you purchase this grading sheet, I will be collecting this grading sheet because I will be the one to grade you in your OGT. So I will be the one who will to give you your grades in your OGT. So after you purchase this accomplishment report and grading sheet here in Baiso, you will need to submit this grading sheet to me. So this accomplishment report and grading sheet is individual. But it is not necessarily all of you must come here to purchase this accomplishment report and grading sheet. We will just need a representative that per town kay nga siya ra ang mupalit mo nga rin sa Baiso to purchase the accomplishment report and grading sheet. So you just need to give or whoever ang mo represent sa taon ninyo o kinsa mo palit nga rin or kinsa ang modong ari sa Baiso to purchase this accomplishment report and grading sheet. So you also need to give them money to purchase this accomplishment report and grading sheet. Also tagain na lang po sila ini amount para sa pamasahe nila tunong uli. Okay, so this, when we talk about grading sheet, so asa man ang yung grade kwaon, your grade will be based on your points on or score obtained in the evaluation quiz, on your output, and also on your updates or the updates of your thesis at the end of your OGT at home. Okay, so take note nga ang inyong grades will be based on the evaluation quiz, your points gathered or obtained in the evaluation quiz, and next is the output for the workshop, then for the thesis update at the end of this OGT at home or at the end of your OGT. Then we have here the evidences which is to be submitted via Google Classroom. So I will be giving you a format for this one because every day you will need to provide an evidence on kung unsang inyong gitrabaho that day. So for example, Monday you have attended a webinar on a specific topic, so you will need to capture an image or you just need to screenshot And those images will be inserted at the at the Microsoft Word, then with a caption in every images o unsa ang inyong gitrabaho ana. So don't worry, I will be giving a format for this one, so that we will have a unified format for these evidences. This format is, or these evidences that you're going to submit is either a document format or a PDF format. So take note, ha? So we'll need to submit either document format or a PDF format. So every day magsige mo picture kung sa inyong gibuhat, then mo ninyong i-attach din nga evidence. Then this evidence will be submitted at the end of every week. So for example, ni duty ka og Monday to Saturday, so you will need to submit an evidence complied from Monday to Saturday kung sa inyong gitrabaho or sa inyong gibuhat, then i-compile na ninyo into one document or in one PDF document, then mo na inyong i-submit at the end of the week or at the end of kanus amo ni duty taman. For example, Saturday or the next day. For example, Sunday na ninyo i-submit. So as long as makasubmit mo og evidence within that week, so that nga haupong maanam siya og check ang inyong evidence og naa ba jud may gitrabaho na nga week. So take note, ha. So obviously you will need an internet connection in submitting these evidences, and also you will need an internet connection in attending obviously the webinar or live or pre-recorded, and also in answering the evaluation quiz. So take note for this accomplishment report and grading sheet. Next is the budget for speaker. So sadly, our department has not anticipated, or wala na to ma-anticipate nga nga to ang OGT or ang inyong OGT is via webinars na lang or na lang mo sa bahay nga OGT or OGT at home arrangement na lang, because wala na to siya ma-anticipate mo ang atong department has not prepared a budget for the speakers in every webinars. Since our webinar is, we have 5 speakers, 1 from the industry speaker and 4 the faculty speakers. So the 4 faculty speakers are free. So it means we don't need to pay for those 4 faculty speakers. But we will need to pay a professional fee for the one industry speaker, because he or she will be sharing his expertise, knowledge nga iyang nagathered or iyang na-experience in the IT industry. So this payment for this speaker as a token for our gratitude sa pag-share niya sa iyang knowledge or experience sa industry or sa IT industry. So we'll need to have a payment or for this budget for the speaker, for this one speaker only. Ug bilang iyang pangayoon, we will divide that the number of enrolled student in our OGT. So also we will ask for a discount for us to have a lower amount para mas makalesta. We will ask for a discount for that certain speaker if she up or masugod siya, then we'll have a lesser amount in payment of the professional fee for the speaker. So don't worry, because bilang amount na bangyon sa speaker, we will divide it the number of students. So probably in the amount or the payment will be divided into 59 students. I think 59, you are all 59 students na ma-enroll in this OGT. So you will I will just inform you og pila ang amount nga ipangayo sa speaker, then we will divide it pila mo ka students sa ato ang OGT. So mao lang na siya sa usa lang ka speaker because the 4 faculty speakers is for free. So that's it for the budget for speaker. Next, we will talk about the frequently asked questions about the OGT at home arrangement. So these are the questions. First is, what are the expectations that we can expect in our OGT? So, excuse me. You can expect more learnings through the given topics in every webinars with corresponding evaluation quizzes and activities. So, in every webinars, there is an evaluation quiz and activities or workshops. So you can expect more learnings if you are attentively listening, or you are attentive in listening the webinars being given to you. So next, another question is, how many hours do we need to render to complete our OGT? So as I have said from the previous slide, so you will need to render 320 hours to complete your OGT. And take note, your OGT will start on that July 19, and it will end on August 31. So take note, kamo na bahala pag divide o pila ka number of hours or pila ka days inyong i-duty per week to satisfy the 320 hours na requirement for this OGT. So next is, another question is, whole day ba ang OGT at home? Concern ko kay walay signal sa among balay, musaka pa mi sa bukid para makasignal, isa pod umuwan, isa ka adlaw. So yes, your OGT will be a whole day OGT at home because you will be conducting your OGT starting from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. then rest of 1 hour, 1 p.m. balik, then down to 5 p.m. So also it will be based on a given flexible schedule. So trabaho mo or OGT mo at home o Monday to Friday, so kira siya o OGT mo Monday to Saturday o kira siya. So if ever nga sa Monday to Friday naka-absent mo og 2 days, for example Monday to Wednesday para mo naka-duty, then wala mo naka-OGT o Thursday and Friday, then gusto ninyo tapakan ang inyong absent, mo duty mo Saturday and Sunday, so it is okay. So okay ra na siya, wala na siya problema. Then there's no need to worry about internet connection every day because it is only needed if there are scheduled webinars, evaluation quiz to be answered, and submission of evidences at Google Classroom, and also the submission of your workshop output or activity output na related sa given webinar. Next question is, what would be our learning if the OGT is through online? So also it is hard to find a better connection for this online OGT. Thank you and God bless. You're welcome and God bless. So your learning will be based on your hard works in attending all the webinars, live or pre-recorded webinars. So honesty on answering the evaluation quiz and working on activities or workshops related to the webinar topic. So whatever topics nga being discussed on the webinars, so mao na yung additional learnings. And it is not an OGT online because it is not an OGT online, so internet connection is not necessary since you are not required to be always online. So dili siya OGT online, OGT at home siya, then internet connection is not necessarily needed every day. So next is, what type of activities the interns will be assigned during OGT? So do we need an internet connection? So the type of activities to be given will be based on the webinar topics. So like those evaluation quiz and the workshop or the activity at the end of the at the end of the particular webinar. Then if there is no scheduled webinar, you can work on your thesis. Then if there is another, or after your, when you're working on your thesis, then if there is a scheduled webinar, then you will stop working on your thesis, then attend on the given webinars, then work on the comply the workshop or answer the activities and workshop, then also answer the evaluation quiz. Then internet connection is needed only when there's scheduled webinar, evaluation quiz, submission of evidences, and submission of workshop output or activity output. Okay, so that's it for this pre-recorded orientation of OGT at home arrangement. So if ever you have any questions, comments, comment it down below, or you can drop your questions at our group chat. So that's it for this orientation. God bless everyone.